yeah. So I just wanted to ask.
I want to point out though, while you're here,
Mm-hmm.
there seems to be a theme in our names, except Kiera's.
What's the theme?
I don't know.
Well,
Are you pregnant? No.
yeah, you are. Yeah.
Really?
There. Ew. I don't know what to do.
There. What?
I need to shut this down.
Congratulations.
What? Yeah. Thanks. What?
What do we do?
What? I know. When were you gonna tell us?
Oh my gosh.
Meredith! Meredith is pregnant.
Hey, it's Casey,
I'm Meredith. And this is Kiera.
and we're 3 best friends in a long-distance relationship.
We've learned some valuable lessons along the way over the last 10 years of being friends.
Now let's get to it because
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the It's Been Forever podcast. I'm Kiera,
and I'm Meredith.
And I'm Casey.
and we're just so glad that you are tuning in this week. Happy mid-November. It's solid
Freak.
mid-November at this point. We got days
Days.
until
That's crazy.
Thanksgiving. So
Literal days.
crazy.
Yeah, we have a week.
a week.
Basically
yeah,
a
true.
week.
A week. What the?
A week and a day.
Okay,
time
before we
flies.
get started, you guys, I have a question. So, where do you land? And I know we've kind of already talked about this, but I just want to dive into it more. Okay.
I know what you're going to ask, and I have my answer, but I want you to ask anyway.
Are we listening to Christmas music? Is our decorations up? Are we wanting to put up our tree? Or are you like, don't even talk to me about Christmas until November 23rd or whatever? Wait, when is Thanksgiving?
I think it's the 23rd.
It is the 23rd. I mean the 24th.
Because our
Then. The day after Thanksgiving. Yeah.
23rd. Yeah. Yep. So when we're recording this right now, today is November 6th. Noah and I have decided we will put up our Christmas stuff this Saturday. So I have rearranged the living room. I'm ready. This is our first Christmas in our house, and we have our house is right on like the kind of main-ish
Oh
street
my word! So
in
you're gonna
Orange
have
City.
to show up. You're gonna have to show up.
So and so in our living room, front window is like perfect spot for a nice tree,
obsessed.
like where people
Obsessed.
walking
so
by
cute.
can see it. So I'm very excited. I want to get it up like yesterday. But also the
Right.
lights that I have for it that I got last year are pretty like cool white, which I don't like. So I need to get some new like more warm yellowy lights. But the
Yeah.
plan is on Saturday. So yes, by the time this is out, it'll be holiday season in the Hop House.
Obsessed.
Wow.
Obsessed with that. Kara, what about you?
That's cute. I don't know. This is a tough one for me because I love Christmas, but just unfortunately, since my birthday is like right before Thanksgiving, I am not a big put tree up until Thanksgiving or beyond. Just because since I don't get a long season to have birthday, like I'm not a summery person, with birthday. I want to separate them, so I've just never really been like a November Christmas person, and I think that is going to still stand in the future. I'm more of a after Thanksgiving person. I mean, that's part of it, but also I want to cherish the like music and the songs and stuff, and I do feel like when I don't know, put it up earlier, I feel like I run out of like either songs to listen to or I like just run it out. I get annoyed.
Sure.
So I'm like, I'd rather have one solid month of 4 weeks of music and Christmas music and enjoying the holidays than extending it and getting annoyed by December 4th, because I'm like, that would be a bummer. So I just know that's my kind of personality of like, maybe not obsessive, but maybe obsessive. And I can be obsessive, but I want to do that only in December and not in November.
Or November 24th.
I think what
or
I was
November 24th,
gonna
the day
say,
after Thanksgiving.
or November 24th. I'm like, once I go to the Black Friday
It's
sales,
Christmas. Okay.
yeah, Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Christmas. I'm fine for Christmas. It's Christmas. So that might be a hot take, but I am December.
I think there's a lot of people that can
girly.
relate with you. And honestly, for me, I'm on the fence in between both of your things. So I've already started humming Christmas music. I haven't quite committed to actually listening to it yet, but it's definitely in the brain. I went to Costco last Thursday, and I bought 4 new Christmas hand soaps. Couldn't help myself. Okay, the bottles
Wow. You're gonna go through 4 of them
within. Hey, listen.
for Christmas?
There was.
Within Christmas time?
Maybe stocking stuffer.
I
for
feel really judged right now. I feel really judged.
someone else.
I'm just saying. How often do you wash your hands? That's good if you wash your hands a lot.
She's like, it was buy 3
Listen,
get 1
it's
free.
Costco. You're not getting little little boys. You're getting big boys.
One.
And listen, I will send you guys a picture. The soap containers will last me forever because they're the cutest soap Christmassy containers ever. Like, it's one of those things where I just will never get sick of how it looks because it's so classic Christmas.
Well, and you can reuse next year too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
If I run out of
Great.
soap, I can put more soap in it. Reuse,
love that
reduce,
for you. That's
recycle.
I will say Christmas little trinkets like that, that's what gets me. Like how we were talking about Marshall's last episode. If I go to Marshall's around Christmas, I am buying all of the things that I don't
tiny
need.
trees.
And I will
Yep.
collect it.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Like, why is there a whole aisle for tree skirts? I will look at them all too.
But I'll buy 3
But
of
I
them.
will buy them.
I have 1 tree.
Meredith's just closet full of tree skirts. But on TikTok today, I saw this girl do a like disco ball snowman. And I said, I don't need, but I want.
Right.
I want that outside of my house. Disco ball snowman? Are we
Forget
kidding
about
me?
it.
Yes,
I
I
know.
want that. There goes all my money.
No, I get
So-
it. And I think for me, I'm gonna start gathering little Christmas things. I'm gonna start putting in little like boop boop boops, but I'm not gonna put it up the nativity scene until after Christmas. But I'm probably gonna start watching Christmas movies here soon, like the terrible cheesy Hallmark ones. And I'm probably gonna start like doing Christmas activities, but something that I always get a real tree, which is another thing that we can debate, but I always get a real tree and I always get it the day after Thanksgiving. Because in Oregon, you have so many Christmas tree farms. I go to a Christmas tree farm with Bryce and then my cousin and her husband, and we go and we cut down the tree. And it's like a huge, like it's a super
so
cute. And we get hot
fun.
chocolate and we sit around a fire, and it's the most Christmas thing ever. And I love doing that. And it's like, that's our tradition, is like the day after Thanksgiving. That's what we do. But I could totally be convinced to put up my tree early. I totally could be. But Bryce is a big time hater. Like, he's beyond Kiara's level of, he's just straight up like,
Oh, beyond
He's
my
like-
level. Okay.
why would you talk about that? It's not even Christmas. And I'm like, you're ruining my joy.
Our town put up all the like holiday lights. You know, do you remember how they used to do
Yeah,
that?
that was
on
really
Central?
cute. That was really
They
cute.
they did that today, and it's like, it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Okay, that's
which I'm sure some people
Well-
hate. Like Bryce would hate that.
Right. Yeah, he would probably be angry.
Yeah.
So is he like people, which is probably like Christmas, and then the week of Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving, and then the rest is Christmas? Is that kind of how it is? It's like Christmas, Thanksgiving just happens to be
That's
in the
me.
middle, and then there's
That's me.
Christmas. You know, I just had a little epiphany while you were talking. I think I love Thanksgiving more because when I was younger, we would have a lot of family like come to us, or we would travel for Thanksgiving. But for Christmas, it would be like the 5 of us, and we would do like a little trip somewhere. So it'd be special, but it wasn't like homey and holiday and cozy. So we would always be like doing something. So it was more of like I have a vacation, and also sure, yeah, Christmas and presents or whatever. But Thanksgiving was the time to like travel and like to be with family. And then, I mean, like the, Canadian Thanksgiving, whatever, was October 1st. So if we did something, then it would be like a Thanksgiving rather than a Christmas. So I think that's why I like Thanksgiving more, actually.
It's more sentimental to you now, or nostalgic.
Like I love like the food and the TV, and I mean the football. Sure, maybe I didn't really watch it, but I just love that feeling. But then Christmas was like logistic,
Yeah.
you know.
Interesting.
But I do like the season of the holidays, though. But I think the holiday itself maybe I like Thanksgiving more.
Interesting. That's a
Yeah,
hot take.
that is
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
I think in a perfect world, we all had the Canadian Thanksgiving, the beginning of October.
Like a little earlier.
Then we have Halloween. And then once Halloween's over, we can just vibe out on Christmas. And if people don't want to get into it yet
see that.
because there's still time,
That's fine.
that's fine. But like, I just want to get to the next season. And I feel like Thanksgiving sometimes gets in the way. Not that I'm not thankful. I just want to put that out there. I am very thankful.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. Christmas is just so fun.
I feel like hating Christmas is like, it's the same type of vibe as like hating Taylor Swift. Where like, if you like it,
How do I bring up
If
Taylor
you-
Swift every single episode?
I just want to make sure listeners know I did go to the Eras tour.
No, but you know what I mean? It's like-
went to the Eras
went
tour.
to her concert.
She looked
Get
at me,
out
I
of here.
waved.
It's like, no, but you know what I mean? Like the like people like what they like and but other people have to hate on it. You know what I mean?
No, I get
Like,
it.
can I like Christmas without, like, Kiera, I respect, you don't love, like, you're not going to set up early, but you're not like trashing, like, oh, God, why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. You
Did
know?
I see the holiday stuff in the stores? The November 1st? Yeah. And was I like, oh, cute. But was I going to buy it? No.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
fine.
You know,
Yeah,
that
To
kind
each
of
their
vibe.
own. That's great.
So fair.
To each their
Yes.
own.
Yeah.
To each
Okay.
their
Well,
own.
that was a nice discussion, and obviously there's going to
Yeah.
be more to discuss as Thanksgiving ends and Christmas season is officially here. So
Yes, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, we really just need a little good old fashioned chit chat.
Yeah.
Because it really has been
actually
forever.
has been.
And since it really has.
We batched a
And
couple episodes, so we took like a 2-week break from actually like
I know.
recording.
That's why I was like low key really excited to like see you guys.
Honestly,
'Cause I'm like,
I know.
miss
I
you.
don't like what are their lives like? But we had a big little, vacation that Casey has gone on. So we just figured we'd let her have the floor, talk about her little trip. We'll have you tell our listeners what you did and everything.
For
but
context,
give us
her
the rundown.
name on her little square tonight is Bronzed Babe because she is a little
Bronzed
sun
Babe.
kissed.
duck face.
Okay, so what I want you ladies to do is just sit back and just pretend
okay.
that you're
Let me get cozy. Hold on.
that you went on this
boy.
vacation with me. So
Deal.
for context,
Oh no, Kiera's laying down. She's gonna fall asleep.
I know.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night. So Bryce and I went on a cruise with two of our very good friends, Jasana and Gavin. And we went on a cruise to the Caribbean. Yes, Casey has been saying the Bahamas. Didn't you say you're going to the Bahamas? Listen, I can't really tell the difference.
In my mind, I thought they were the same. I thought
Same.
the Bahamas was in the Caribbean.
Same, but then
Am I
I
dumb?
told somebody that I went to the Bahamas, and then they were like, "Oh, like so, like," and then I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna like shut my mouth and just."
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Good
so
to
it
know.
doesn't
All right.
matter.
You
The
went.
point is, I went somewhere really cool and you
Yes.
didn't.
Yep.
Okay, that's
Yep.
the point.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But anyway, sit back and relax. So, Jess and I played volleyball together at Heston. She's a year younger than me, and so when I was a sophomore, she was a freshman at Heston, and it was a 2-year school at Heston. To catch you up, if you don't know what that is, so really, we only went to school together for 1 year. But in that 1 year, Jess and I just really vibed, and it's funny because Jess and I couldn't be more opposite, right?
Yeah.
Good point.
And if she's listening to this, she's like, yeah, we couldn't be. So what basically Bryce and I have decided is that Jess is Bryce in girl version. And then Jess
Oh.
married Gavin, and Gavin is me in boy version.
Ah, okay.
That's
fits.
funny.
Which was funny because like the whole trip, Bryce and Jess kept like ordering the same things and doing the same things. And Gavin and I would order.
I
and do the
like
same
that.
things. So anyway, just to preface that. So anyway, we became friends our 1 year at Heston together. We played volleyball. We had just a really, really good time, and we just clicked. And then we went to Northwestern. She went to Tabor, stayed in Kansas. She's from Kansas. And so we've tried to make it a point to see each other once a year since going to Heston together for 1 year. And we've made it work so far. So either one year she came and visited me, and then Bryce and I went and visited her, and then she got married, and then just over the years we've continued to keep our friendship going. And then during COVID, we got in the habit of FaceTiming every Thursday. And
That's cute.
I know, isn't that cute?
I didn't know that. Yeah.
And then somewhere along the line, I don't know how, but we brought up cruises. And I know Jess went on a cruise her senior in high school. And she was like talking about, oh yeah, like cruise was super fun. I was like, what if like we went on a cruise? And then we were like, ah, ha, 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 ha. This is 2020. Okay. Ha, ha, ha. And then we kind of like kept talking about it, and we're like, no, maybe we should go on a cruise. Like, what if we went on a cruise? Like if Bryce and we've been married for 5 years, it can kind of be like our 5-year like wedding anniversary thing. And then, Jess and Gavin both work in the medical field. And so they had a lot of school, and they just had a lot of stuff to get through. And they're like, well, what if after school and after we get through all of like the hard stuff, that'll be a good time for them. So it would have been our 5-year. They're done with school. Life is kind of calmed down for them. They can kind of be like real adults instead of like going to school all the time and having homework and stuff. And then they've been married for 4 years. So they got married a year after us. And so we kind of just like, we'd be like, okay, see you at the cruise. Like it was kind of like a joke. And then one day Jess and I were like, no, let's do this. Let's go on a cruise. And Bryce, who's normally a hater, like he's so kind. Bryce is so kind, but he's kind of like, one thing, he's kind of a hater. And especially with, like with when we said we were going to do this podcast, he was like, yeah, right. So he's just that kind of
Bryce.
But
We're
now,
doing this to prove
but
him
now I like
wrong.
walk in on him and he's like listening to us. I'm like, whatever. But anyway, but he's like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, type of thing. And so Jess and I are like, bet we're going on a freaking cruise then. And so Jess got a hold of a local travel agent, which, fun fact, and maybe some of you guys already know this, or you guys know this, travel agents are free. You did not have to pay to have a travel agent, and they will like plan and do all of
I did
these
not
things
know
for
that.
you.
How do they get freaking
It's
paid?
like they get like reimbursed like through whatever company they like book
Oh,
stuff with, or like,
interesting.
I know, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So don't be afraid to reach out to your local travel agent. They can hook you up. Okay. So basically from there, Jess reached out, and she, our travel agent, I don't remember her name, but she was really nice. She was like, okay, what kind of cruise do you want to go on? Do you want to go on like a 5-day cruise? Do you want to go on a 7-day cruise? Do you want to go on a 10-day cruise? And we landed on 7. And then do you guys want to go somewhere like tropical? Do you want to go like, do you want to like Mexico? Do you want to do like a whatever European cruise? Like what kind of cruise do you want to do? And we landed on going to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and then Grand Turk and Turks and Caicos.
Wow.
Okay. And I finally actually remembered all the destinations.
Good job.
Thank you.
Impressive.
And so we decided to do 7-day cruise, leaving from Florida, and that's all I really knew, honestly. And so we signed up, I guess we signed up for the cruise, or however that works. And it was the best 7 days of my life. Sorry, I don't mean to be dramatic, but it was literally the best trip ever.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Better than
amazing.
Macedonia?
It's a different kind of
Sure.
best. So Macedonia
tell us.
was
Why
like
was it-
European culture in terms of history, because I love history.
Yeah.
I'm like such a huge history nerd. I was obsessed with learning all about the culture and the food and all of that kind of stuff. Now, in terms of entertainment, beaches, and heat, which, you know, I love a good sun. I love a good heat.
Love a good sun.
It was everything I could have ever asked for it to be. So
Wow.
now we fly into Orlando Friday night. We get a hotel. And then that next morning we leave from like Orlando, Port Canaveral, I think is what it was called. And when we're getting on the boat, there's like this hype crew. So like they have music blaring, and they're like, welcome to the cruise. Yeah. And they have like signs and like, woo, we can't wait to have you on board. So it's like, you like walking, you're like, am I like
You're like, am I
superstar?
VIP?
Like, is
right.
this, and like, am I a big deal? And you pretty much feel like that the whole time. Like,
That's
you feel like you're a
amazing.
big deal the whole time.
Oh.
So we walk through, they like check our papers, documentation, all that stuff or whatever. Okay, so we went with Carnival Cruise Line. I've never been on another cruise line, so what I'm saying could either be valid to you or not. It was the most efficient, like, seamless thing I've ever done in my life, and I think it's the best cruise line. Again, I haven't done another cruise, but when we were talking to people on the boat, they were like, no, Carnival's the best. Like, if you're going to do it in a cruise, it's got to be Carnival. Okay. So we get on the boat, and then you have to go to your like muster station. They have to teach you how to put on like your life jacket, you know, in case we run into a Titanic moment.
Yep.
Which we did it. Which we did it.
Yeah.
Here I am. We're
You're
fine.
okay. You're here.
Okay, we're good.
It's fine.
And then you go to your room, and you like get yourself set up, and then you're free to roam about the cabin. Okay, literally. So we were on a boat. It was called the Mardi Gras. This thing was massive, you guys. Like, I'll show pictures and stuff, but there were 6,000 people on board,
What?
not including crew,
Wow.
like crew
Just
and
guests.
staff. Just guests.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
it was insane. So you could have had like a really, really nice room. Like the nicest rooms are going to have like a living room, like, you know, kind of like a hotel,
Yeah,
like
like a
suite
suite.
style.
Yeah.
Or you could have like just our type of room, which was the cheapest room. And it just basically you walk in, you have a bed, you got a bathroom. It was very small. Everything was really tight. But you don't really spend a ton of time in your room because there's so many other things to see. So basically we put our bags down and we have our sail away party, which was so fun. Sail away party
Cute.
at 4 p.m. So we go to the upper deck on the boat, which finding our way around this place was insane because the boat is literally so big. We would get lost. There's so many elevators and like,
Oh my god.
it was insane. But we go to the top deck and there's a huge party. Like it's a party, like a sail away party. They're like, we're so glad you're here. And everyone's dancing.
Oh my
and you have, like,
gosh.
a DJ and like there's a pool and you can tell the people who've been on cruises before, they're already like laying out. They're already like having drinks and it's insane.
I love that.
And I'm just standing there like trying to soak it all in. I'm like, where am I? Like what is
Right.
going
Is
on?
this the happiest place on earth?
Yes. And I'm going to quote Gavin because it was the funniest thing ever. So we went to Costa Rica for our honeymoon. Jess and Gavin also went to Costa Rica for their honeymoon. And we both agreed like Costa Rica is beautiful and we had so much fun and that was a great trip. And he literally goes, so Costa Rica was great, but like this trip, and let me repeat to you, we haven't even left the port. Okay. We've literally gone to the one like party and he goes, but this cruise is just better. That's all he said. And we literally hadn't even done anything yet. And it was just so funny. So we have this huge party and you guys, there's food everywhere. And the cool
I
thing
was
is
gonna
like,
say, did you get the free or the food and drink,
Was it
you
all
know, where you
inclusive?
like everything is inclusive?
so we decided to opt against the drink package because you had to, like, in order to like pretty much hit your quota for the drink package, you had to have 15 drinks in a day.
Okay, yeah, that's
And we felt like that was a little bit much.
Not a lot.
that's fair.
Maybe in the
Yeah.
week.
Maybe right.
And that was a day.
Right.
That was 15 drinks
Okay,
a day.
fair.
So
Okay,
we were
noted
like,
that.
how about we just pay as we go along,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's what we ended up doing, and you can save some money that way. But there's a ton of restaurants in there. Most of them are included with your overall package. Others, they're like a little more exclusive. Like you have like a steakhouse, or you had some like middle road places where you could eat at once for free type of thing. Otherwise, we had like assigned seating. We sat at the same table every night in the same restaurant. We had the same servers. They knew our names by the end of it. Their names were Christian and Harry. Obsessed with them. They were from the
Shout out
Philippines.
them.
They would like dance and sing for us. It was the cutest thing ever. And they were about as tall as me, which I'm 5'3.5". So they were
like
so
that.
cute. But literally it was so much fun on the boat. Like you just never ran out of things to do. We went to comedy shows. They had like Family Feud on the boat, and then they had like the Mardi Gras King and Queen that you could like try out for. They had shows, like Vegas shows, where they like performers would do huge things in the air, and it was so cool. The amount of things that you could do on that ship, you never felt like you were actually on a ship. You felt like you were just like walking around it was like there was a casino on the boat, shows, and all of these things like wrapped into one. I don't know.
It sounds like not real life.
I know.
Like I know it is, but I've never been on a cruise. So I can only envision what Sweet Life of Zach and Cody
Yes.
on deck was, and
Yeah.
that is my picture.
Yeah.
And I know that's not an accurate depiction.
Right.
But that's what I think of when you're walking me through. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'm seeing the room right now, but it's Zach and Cody's room,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
So yeah, but it was just like you can never run out of things to do on the boat. The other great thing is that there was an app that you could get on your phone, and it would tell you every single event that was happening all throughout the day. So you would know everything, and it would tell you where it's at, tell you what restaurants you could go to, and all of that stuff. It was like anything you'd ever need. So I was obsessed with that. The other amazing thing is I had no reception.
Yeah.
I had no Wi-Fi. I had nothing. So I
off the grid, baby.
I literally didn't get any phone calls. I was kind of getting texts randomly, so that was kind of weird, but it was seriously just like a pause on life, which with my job is really
nice.
thankful for.
Yeah.
So so the boat itself, I could have like honestly, if I would have been on the boat for 5 days, I wouldn't have been mad because there was just so many things to do. But we stopped at those 3 like amazing destinations. So our first stop was we stopped in Puerto Rico. We walked around. We saw this like old fort that has been there since like the 1700s and learned a ton of history there. There was like a reenactor and he was like explaining some stuff, which I was like all about. Literally the hottest day of my life. So hot. I have a picture. I took a picture of myself because I was so sweaty. So
I have to remember this.
I like literally was like, I just couldn't be more wet. So I took a picture of myself, and I'm happy to put myself on blast so you guys can also experience how wet I was. But that day was just really cool to just see how beautiful Puerto Rico is, which is also part of the United States, territory owned by them. So you don't technically need a passport or anything to go because if you're an American citizen. So that's kind of cool. So we were there for about a day, and then we got some good food, and then you go back on the boat, and pretty much like when you get back on the boat, they like welcome you with like people dancing and signs and like music, and it's like they get you rehyped. It's like, we know you had a great day and that was probably really fun, but welcome back to the boat. It was like everything. It was like, we're going to continue to make your life still so much more fun. So we did all of these destinations consecutively. So the next stop, we went to the Dominican Republic. This day, the weather wasn't like super great, but we were able to get to a beach and just like talk to some of the local people, which is super fun. And the accents got more Caribbean, like the more we went. It was so cool. It was cool. No, I'm not going to try.
Okay.
It's smart.
I wanted you to so bad.
Because I've tried to do accents before and it hasn't worked out for me. So
This is true. Probably wise.
Yeah. But they just got more Caribbean, and they spoke Spanish. So it's like they had like a Spanish accent to it, but it was Dominican, which I'm not familiar with that accent. But then it was still kind of Caribbean. I don't know. It was beautiful. I'll just say that. It was absolutely beautiful.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And the people are beautiful. Everyone's just beautiful. They're all like just bronze and amazing and gorgeous hair. And
Bronze babes.
Yeah, they're all bronze babes. And then our last stop was Turks and Caicos, to a little island, Grand Turk. Now, here's the funniest thing about this little island. It is 7 miles long, you guys. They had 6,000 residents on the island. Our boat had more people than lived on the island.
What?
I know.
That's crazy.
It was
That's
insane.
wild. It's like just tourism.
Yeah. It's like just tourism. And it was like part of me kind of feels a little bit guilty. I'm like, here I am, this American on this like massive ship coming in. But I'm also like, we're kind of helping though. Like fuel your
With their
economy. So I just
economy,
kinda, like, try to
honestly.
like feel like, good about that.
Yeah.
What they tell you.
But we like talked to some local people and they were like selling ice cream, bought some ice cream, literally some of the best ice cream I've ever had. Just casually, these two girls sitting there scooping some ice cream. And I was like, how's it going? I was like, is it busy today? And she's like, no, it's a little bit slower. And she's like, can I ask you what day you guys are on? And I said, oh, this is our third stop. So this is like, she goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because the later day you get stopping at that island, you buy less. So the first day, everyone's pumped and they just like buy a bunch of stuff. And then day 2, day 3, you kind of like lose your steam a little bit. And so when I said, oh, this is our third stop, her and the other girl looked at each other and they were like, oh, yeah.
That's why it's slow.
They're like, no one's buying our stuff.
Yeah. Because they were like, yeah, it's just,
And then you bought more because you felt bad.
Actually, that's exactly what happened.
I wonder if that's a
Like
sales
souvenir
tactic.
and
That's
stuff.
interesting.
No, she really, like, I mean, I was the one who asked the question.
Yeah.
She just was.
That'd kind of be genius, though.
Yeah.
On their part.
So yeah, we got a tour of the island. We went on a little bus and they're like, that's our state building. There's our high school. There's our college. There's our hospital. There you go.
That's the island.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
amazing. It was amazing. And
Would you want to live in Turks and
yes,
Caicos?
we actually all decided we were going to buy a house.
Did you make
Because
the
real estate's
video
really cheap.
and oath, like swear an oath to each other?
Did you oath it?
We didn't swear an oth to each other.
Okay,
no.
so interesting
Okay.
about that.
But we,
So,
yeah.
Are you friends? I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's gonna fall through. It's not gonna
fall through,
happen.
But real estate was just like so cheap. They're like, that house over there is $40,000. And we were like, $40,000. That's crazy.
And you're like, what's the school system like?
I know,
What's the
honestly.
hospital like?
Exactly. And so we were like, we could go like us and Justin Gatt, we could go like half on a house and then we can like come and visit. And the hard part is getting to these little islands because they're literally so tiny. And it's like, how do you even fly in? They have like one little airport and it's like so small. But our favorite stop for sure was Grand Turk. The water there at the beach was literally clear. It was blue. The sand was white. It was gorgeous. And it was definitely my favorite day by far. And we had so much fun. The other really cool thing is just like on the boat itself, you set your plates, your cups, anything you ever use, you just set it down wherever you feel like setting it down and they will clean it up.
Wow.
So you never have to worry about literally
That is
lifting a
service.
finger. And they like cleaned our room every day like a hotel and they would leave little animals made of towels. And it was
That's
incredible.
so cute.
So cruise, 10 out of 10. I'm trying to get everyone to go on a cruise now. I'm literally obsessed with it. And
You're pro cruises.
I'm pro cruise. And there were some people on the cruise. There was a guy who walked up to us. He goes, is this your guys' first time? And we were like, yeah, is it obvious? He goes, no, I love talking to first time cruisers. This is my 92nd cruise.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's gotta
So
be
there
like
was people
3
who were
a
like-
year, at least.
Huh? And he was like telling us all the ones he has planned like for the rest of the year. And it's insane.
He's
And
gonna get up to 100.
I know. And he was just saying like, this is like a lifestyle for him. And a lot of people, they like decorate their doors. Like they get into it, you guys. They get into it. It's insane. But it was so much fun. And like, please go on a cruise. And you don't have to spend any money.
If you hear anything from this
Yeah.
podcast,
You don't have to spend any
it's
money.
that.
Like you just pay for what you pay for and then you can just like call it a day. And you don't have to spend any money, but you can also spend money if you want. But honestly, everyone just go on a freaking cruise. Best 7 days of my life.
Dang.
And that's that.
Honestly, everyone that I know that has been on a cruise has loved it. Like, I don't think there's been one person that's like, I wouldn't do that again. Even people that are like, I don't love boats. They're like, but it's entertaining enough, or like,
Yeah.
there's enough to do.
Uh-huh.
People, I've never been on one. Mare, have
I
you?
haven't.
Been on a cruise? Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going on a
Thanks, you're
cruise.
Taking the
Okay,
cake.
deal.
Okay, we're going on a cruise.
We're making a pact.
Let's do it.
Okay, here's our pact.
Here's our pact.
Here's our pact.
Yeah.
It's going to be live on this podcast.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to do it.
Yeah. Well, what have you guys have been doing? Ooh, that didn't make any sense.
What have you guys have been
doing?
doing?
Yikes. What have you guys been doing while I've been gallivanting across the Caribbean Ocean?
Wow. For me, less exciting things. Not that. I mean, I guess I was in Texas
Oh, yeah,
a couple
that's
weeks
fun.
ago. So that was fun. Went with my boyfriend's family. I did see Matthew McConaughey from up. I mean, he was like on the sidelines of the game. Okay, so he was this big. He was tiny.
You still saw him,
but I
though.
saw
That
him.
counts.
Yes.
That
I
counts.
saw him, and then on the big screen, they were like, "All right, all right, all right,"
Yeah.
and
Of
I
course,
knew
yeah.
it was gonna be about him. But beyond that, unfortunately, I had a little bit of car trouble,
I saw your story where you were asking about about car shops.
which I mean, in July, okay, I had to buy a whole new starter, and I pretty much dropped $3,000 on my car. Just, I mean, it was like a ton of things. So when I got back from this trip and I started my car and it wouldn't start, I'm like, if it's the same thing, luckily I have warranty on it, so and I know what to do. I can get a tow truck
Yeah.
and take it to the shop, but it ended up being the battery, which was dumb.
That's annoying.
And obviously I need that. So anyway, it just was an ideal time to have this sorted. So anyways, hopefully soon I'll get that done with. But I mean my life was just kind of trip, and then my car won't start. So not a lot going on over here. To be honest, no cruises. No, nothing like that. So
You're just
that's
hyping, riding off your birthday energy.
getting that grind. I mean, I've had a couple random little jobs here and there to pay for said birthday things. So that's been kind of good. I'm doing the grind.
You're grinding, yeah.
Grind it out. Hey, I was grinding this past summer, remember? Grind. And we already go
yes.
through a grind season. So.
Sometimes you got to do that, and that's kind of where I'm at. So I did some babysitting, and I helped a friend with like a show for her ministry, and so
That's
I probably
great.
made, I mean, a solid $100, but you know, it's something.
That's great, Kara. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a brief me. I don't know, Mare. Hopefully your life is more exciting than mine has been.
Yeah, well, we posted, it would have been like last week, I guess, that I'm having a baby.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are. Baby. True. That's like probably the most
Yeah,
exciting.
so that's why
that's kind of a big deal.
when we've done updates this last fall, I'm like, I have literally nothing to say because the only thing that my whole brain and being is focused on is like surviving.
fair.
You know,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's out to the world. too,
totally.
by the way,
And I'm in
because-
second trimester now. I'm feeling way more like myself. Like,
Great.
I'm not as nauseous as the month of September. I just wanted to perish because I felt so awful.
Oh gosh.
How far along
what
are
is-
you? Like,
I'm
right
Yeah,
now?
that's
14
what I was
weeks
gonna
right
ask.
now.
It's okay. So it's
It's November 6th.
November 6th, and you're 14 weeks.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And I'm due. I actually forget my due date. It's either May 6th or May 8th.
Those are so close, it's
I know it's the
basically the same
beginning of May.
thing.
That's not, due
I wouldn't
dates are
worry about
annoying. It's just they're never right. You know, it's never when you actually
I mean,
have your baby.
whoever actually has their kid on their
Totally.
due date.
Yeah.
Someone's out there like, I did
No.
3 times. Well, good
Yeah.
job.
Great
but
for you.
most of
Good
the time people
calculating,
don't.
lady.
Yeah.
So beginning of May is when I'm due. So yeah,
That'll be such a perfect time.
I know. One of my friends
awesome,
told me
Mare.
my good friend Sarah, she had a baby. He'll be 2 years older than my baby, but had him in May, and she said May is the best time to have a baby because it's like spring. It feels so natural, like new life is all around you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
I was
May
gonna say,
birthday.
speaking as Casey,
Thank you
May,
so much.
May,
and then you have like the summer with your baby, like you can go outside, and like you're not like by the time you're second trimester you like feel good enough to eat like Thanksgiving food and like Christmas food,
Oh,
you know,
that's true.
and you're not
And you can like be like, I'm gonna eat a lot. So
I'm gonna
like,
eat a
everyone
lot.
Leave me alone.
Yep.
Because I'm pregnant.
because I'm
I'm
starving
eating for 2 now,
constantly.
so
Yes.
just pile on that plate.
And then you're not pregnant during like hot time, like having a baby is
Yeah,
like
true.
you have like a
Summer or
little
whatever.
incubator inside of you, and so it's nice to have it during the cool season, like,
Yeah.
you know, so
That's super duper true.
That's
so
a good
I think
point.
it's the best month to have a baby.
And that's exactly why you
That's exactly
pregnant,
why
exactly
I planned
why
it
that
out. Yeah.
You're like,
totally.
I want this baby to be born on May 6th.
Yeah. And
That's so
I'm a
crazy. You're gonna
mastermind.
be a mom.
I know
Mom.
that's wild. That's crazy to
I
think
know we've
about.
already kind of like had our whole reaction to
Yes.
it, which you guys will
I
probably
know.
hear that.
This
at
is just
some
a
point,
live
but
pod reaction, but not.
Yeah.
We've known for a
I
little
told
bit.
you guys pretty early on, but
And I think how Meredith told us was, like we've said before, we can like name ourselves when we come into this app that we use to record. And I'm pretty sure you just put something like,
I think you put baby
Mama.
baby mama or something
baby
like
mama.
that. Yeah. But no one like
Was
caught
not
it, and
connecting
so I
with
had
me.
to, you know.
well, Casey kind of didn't you?
I feel like I kind of said
I
that.
think
might
you
have,
kind
or
of
you were like, "What's
well,
that?"
I think it was
or something.
maybe when you told
then-
us because he was like, well, I thought
Yeah, because Bryce
Maybe.
was in the room at the time, and I was like, "Hey, Bryce, stick around," because I wanted him to hear it too. But
Yeah.
so that's
And then-
what I've been
yeah.
up to. I'm just growing a human.
just
So fun.
growing a human.
Grown
So are you gonna find out the
Yeah, are you?
yes,
gender?
which actually,
Okay.
the appointment to find out is like the week before Christmas. So that's kind of a fun timing.
Merry
Exciting.
Christmas.
I know. I think that's how we'll like. We're not going to do like a big gender reveal party or anything. That's not really our vibe. But I think I'll probably do like, I don't know, something with like a gift to like that'll be like the gift that I'll get, like you know,
of your child.
to like I don't know, at least to like Noah's mom or something. I think that would be kind of cute.
the stick you peed on?
Yep. I'll make it into a popsicle.
Do you
Just
want a boy
change the
or a
color of
girl?
it.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I feel like my personality would parent an oldest boy better than an oldest girl.
Okay, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But part of me wants a girl. Like I think a girl would be so
Yeah.
fun. And like you don't know what a girl like I don't know. You don't know what a girl necessarily is going to be like, but
Yeah.
so I don't know.
What if you have a girl that's just like kind of psycho like you and just like runs around and like makes a mess?
What if you give
and
birth
is,
to your sister?
Like, what if you?
Oh, my sister has given birth to me, and so she said, like, just
okay.
wait, like it's coming.
Wait, which one is you in her
Lydia?
lineup?
She'll say Audrey when Audrey's being like stubborn,
Okay.
but then she'll say Lydia when Lydia's like acting crazy.
Okay.
So I think it's just
You can
any
kinda-
bad trait from her kids. She's like, oh, it's you.
Meredith.
We're, you know,
so
That's
funny.
actually kind of funny.
which is just like
So
such a sibling thing, you know?
Oh, the most sibling. thing
Yeah,
ever.
totally.
Gosh.
Yeah.
But-
my.
Wait, so how many?
Go ahead.
Sorry, how many months do you need to be settled? You know, with your child before I can come
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know meet your child.
Well,
I just need to know when to plan
Totally.
a trip.
So,
because I want
I'll
to come.
probably I don't know we've not planned out like maternity leave really. I get 4 weeks paid, but I can take up to
Oh, that's
12.
awesome.
And so I haven't decided yet if I'll take like just 8 or if I'll do 12 or what I'll do. But if I take
Yeah.
12, then I go back to work in like August. So if you come sometime before then I can like be off work and like we can hang, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
So-
I just want to
you and a
give
babe.
you like idle time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I want to be included. So
Okay, well like
Okay. Well,
leave me out of
come.
it.
get the heck out here.
Okay. So are we like taking a trip to
I
Iowa?
think you are. And the baby's
we are.
born. The due date is like the week of Tulip Festival, which is like Orange City's big tourist attraction.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, which
I've actually never been to Tulip Festival.
So maybe
I
we
like.
go to
I've tried to
Tulip
like actively
Festival.
avoid it. TBH.
honestly, I love Tulip Festival. Our house is really close to it, so which is nice because we can like come back and like take a break or like go to the
You
bathroom.
can dress your baby up in a cute little Dutch outfit.
Is Noah Dutch at all?
He is on his dad's side, yeah.
Okay, so like
Pop
you
is
got a
Dutch.
little
Heritage.
You have an
Little
actual
Dutch.
real reason to put
Yeah.
your child in that
Totally.
outfit.
Totally. Except all like my sister always went late. My mom like went late, which you know, so I feel like I'll probably go late. So I'll probably just be really big at Tulip Festival. There probably won't be an actual baby yet.
When is Tulip Festival? Is it like the first weekend
I
in
think
May
it's
or
the
something?
second weekend in May.
Okay.
So
it'll be
Yeah.
close.
it'll be close.
It'll be close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which some people have said like I was like, oh, that's such a fun time, and other people have been like, yeah, it's fun until they're like in high school, and that's like graduation parties and their birthday and Tulip Festival and like stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I guess that is
Nah,
kind of
they'll
busy.
They
get
don't
over
need
it.
to bring you down.
I
at that
know,
point. That's
yeah.
That's their own busy life
Yeah.
that they're.
You're like, this
obviously
baby's
caught
going to be
up
born
in.
around then, no
worry
matter
about
Like
if
honestly,
we like
for
it or not.
this month or for this year, I'm good with it. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
And my mom is planning on coming out, which is really nice. And she loves Tulip Festival, so she's pumped for that. So
Gina's been to a Tulip Festival and I haven't.
she has.
I know
Funny.
Gina's kind of more on it than you.
She loves it.
I surprisingly have been to one. I came up. I forget
Was it
what
2017?
year I went.
Like
I think
our
I
junior
came
year?
with like Allie.
Hey,
Yeah,
Meredith,
well-
for the people out there, do you mind telling us
know.
what is Tulip?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah,
so
good
sorry. Yes, so
question.
Tulip Festival. So Orange City is like a Dutch heritage town. Like people who settled here came from the Netherlands, and tulips are like a big deal in that culture. And so like in the Netherlands, they'll have these tulip festivals, I guess, and they have like fields and fields of tulips planted. Well, here we don't have fields and fields, but we have like a lot, I guess, like planted
Yeah. I was
around
gonna
the
say,
town.
what are you
and,
gonna say?
and so like they have like parades, and there's a tulip court of like ladies and a tulip queen, and the mayor like deems her like mayor for the day on this certain day of tulip
Oh, I
festival.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that
And there's
either.
like parades. The band in town, like at the local public school, it's like cool to be in band here because band here is actually really good, like the marching band. And so I don't know, the parade is really fun. They have it like an alumni band that gets together, and like it brings a tear to your eye because it's just so good.
Tear,
It honestly
Not the
does.
tear
like
to your eye.
Kira, did it bring a tear to your eye?
No.
okay, well,
Unfortunately not. I wish it did. Maybe it will this time.
if you live
Yeah.
in the like Northwest Iowa area and haven't been to Tulip Festival, you definitely need to. It's very fun, and you can like come in a Dutch costume, and it's like cool. Like people dress up for it. I've thought about satirically dressing up in like an Amish costume, but I don't
Meredith,
think
you
that would be
need to
well.
do
I don't
that.
think it would be well received.
Oh.
They would be like, wait,
be like-
this doesn't make any sense. This isn't
Yeah.
traditional Dutch.
Yeah.
They're like,
hair.
you don't. Did you get the wrong Dutch costume?
Yeah.
They're like,
You're like,
I
where'd you
think
get this
got your
from?
order mixed up with someone
like,
else.
oh, Pennsylvania
funny.
Dutch.
And you're like, this is my grandma's outfit, actually. So,
She was buried in it.
Hilarious.
man, that I feel like that
man.
tradition and that history runs deep in that Northwest
It
Iowa
Really does, yeah.
region.
It's a big deal. Like they're advertised like Tulip Court. The like crowning of the queen is in a couple weeks, and so that's a big deal. And that's when they announce like that Tulip Court's like Dutch costume is going to be, because they're all very authentic. Like they do it based on like a region. So they're like, this is I can't even think of one, like Strat something region, and the women wear this, and the queen is wearing the traditional wedding attire, and so the queen looks like more regal than the rest of the court. And anyways, it's very interesting, very fascinating. I have a friend, Lauren, who's so into it, and she just like goes ham into all of that, and so it's fun to listen to. But- So anyways, I'm pregnant.
Kiki's doing nothing in case you went on the cruise.
Kiki's on a cruise.
And there's pregnant.
And I'm pregnant. There's that.
The first of
What
the
an update.
friends
What
to
an update.
have a baby.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, I have kind of a fun end segment if
I
we're ready
literally
for
can't
that.
wait.
Let's
Okay.
Literally
Yeah,
can't
wait, let's bring it down because it's really high.
Yes.
So, just
So-
bring it
It's
down a
Way
little
too
bit.
high.
This is
It's
called-
way too high. Bring it down.
Puka shell or cross chain. You can categorize
Okay, I love
every
this.
guy into if they're a puka shell necklace wearing person or a cross chain wearing person.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
picturing those
Okay.
two kinds
I
of
like this.
necklaces?
Yes,
I'm
my
Googling a
brother,
puka shell.
My brother had a puka shell in 7th grade.
Yes, so did my brother. Yep,
Exactly
yep.
what
I
it is.
think I know. Yep. Okay. That's exactly what I
Yep,
thought
it's
it
like
was.
if anyone has gone like that like douche in high school that like went to
Oh.
Hawaii on vacation and came
Yes,
back
and
wearing this
their
necklace.
hair had so much gel in it.
Yes,
and
it was like frosted
spiky.
tips, kind of. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do celebrities so that our listeners can envision these people. Okay,
Okay.
Perfect.
so we're gonna start off. Chris Pine, specifically, I'll show you. This is a picture. There's one black.
Oh, good.
that's
Lock
a
the
black
screen.
screen.
There we go.
Sorry.
I'm already gonna say puka shell, but I'm gonna see anyway. Puka shell.
Yeah, puka shell.
Okay.
I just see him with like a button down that's like barely.
He's
buttoned.
wearing board shorts.
Sure. Yeah.
He's wearing board shorts
Yep.
for sure.
Okay.
And he's just like a California, like,
I love that. Okay. This one. I
What
think
about
this
you,
one's-
Mare?
Well, I didn't say because I was kind of gonna say cross chain. At least in this picture,
Really?
this picture he strikes me as a cross chain wearer. But
So
in
he's wearing
other,
a suit, listeners. So I don't know what to put him in that.
that's okay. That's okay. We can be different. This one I think is an easy put. I don't know his name, but it's the douche guy love interest on The Princess Diaries that kisses her and her foot pops in the net.
Puka shell.
Huge puka shell
puka
energy.
shell.
He is a puka shell.
Yeah, if you don't
I
say puka
actually-
shell, you got to get your eyes checked.
I think that
Yeah.
he's actually wearing one in that if you zoom in.
Probably.
I think at one point in the movie
enough.
he's wearing a puka shell during the beach scene
Probably on the beach. I was
Yeah,
going
I
to say
think-
probably
yep.
when he's on the beach.
Yep.
when her foot is popping and getting caught in a net.
Okay,
Amen.
Liam Hemsworth,
Cross necklace.
cross necklace.
I
You
was gonna
said P.
say-
I heard a P.
Me? No, I was gonna say puka shell or cross necklace.
No.
like I was.
Oh,
I
okay.
was.
Oh.
You know,
Okay.
reiterating the question.
I'm going to say cross, but I'm going to say like one of those that's kind of like dangly. Like
it's
a
pretty
really like
long.
dangly, like
Like
down
it
to,
tucks
like,
into the shirt, and
mid-chest.
whenever he pulls it out, it's like, wow, that's a lot longer than I anticipated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or maybe you're like, what is that? Is that a dog tag? Is it oh, it's a
Yeah.
cross.
Oh,
Okay,
it's-
okay.
oh, okay.
yeah,
One of
yeah,
those.
yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
I like that.
Like he's
I
seen
like
some
that.
stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Zac
through
Efron, but
some
Zac
things.
Efron from High School Musical.
Puka shell.
Puka shell.
I don't know because he did. No, that was Vanessa that wore a T necklace.
Yeah,
With that hairstyle, I will have to say puka shell.
I think so too.
Yeah.
maybe current Zach.
Current Zach. Cross
Current Zac.
necklace.
That's why it's important to say from High School
Yeah.
Musical because
Super
current
true.
Zac is
Super
definitely
true.
a cross necklace. Yeah.
Amen.
True.
Amen.
Paul Rudd.
Maybe
See, this is
cross.
tough
This-
because I
it's
feel like
getting
he's wearing a puka cross. He's wearing like a puka cross.
Oh, a puka, not the puka cross.
I think he's a cross necklace.
I think he's a
cross
he's
chain.
a gold cross in this
Gold,
moment.
not silver.
Gold.
Like I'm kind of struggling.
It's okay. You're allowed to
I
struggle.
want to say puka.
You can say puka.
You can say
I think
puka.
I'm gonna say
I
it.
disagree.
You're wrong, but because clearly, hello, Matthew McConaughey.
Cross necklace.
What? No,
I was
You're
going to say
lying.
puka. I'm
It's
envisioning
puka.
him on the beach with the long hair.
You're lying. It's puka because
But he's from Texas and he's got that southern drawl.
yeah, but that
and it's
photo.
just-
If he was wearing a cowboy hat, yeah.
no.
you can't let
Cross.
that dictate whether or not he's wearing a hat.
I'm thinking of Matthew
Yes.
McConaughey, like Gold Rush, like he's on a boat on a beach, like he's puka shell.
He's puka.
If he's puka shell, Paul Rudd is cross
don't-
necklace.
I don't know.
Okay, Austin Butler.
Funny.
Cross necklace.
I have to agree, cross necklace.
I feel like this one I'm a little torn.
I
I'm
think
not gonna
if I
lie.
wouldn't have seen Elvis, I would say puka shell. But after seeing him in Elvis, I'm like
Oh yeah.
cross necklace.
Amen.
I'll say cross too because his hair. I'm sorry that the hair dictates it, but it's
The hair
like they have the
dictates it.
beachy hair.
Beachy blonde hair is kind of puka
That's
shell.
kind of my
get it.
determining
Yeah.
factor.
But he like has his hair really styled in that.
This guy,
Cross. Who is that?
Cross.
this guy
Cross
from
necklace.
50 Shades of Grey, Jamie Dornan.
Cross necklace.
Big cross necklace.
necklace.
Yeah,
Big cross
he
necklace
gives
while he's
no
in the
puka
red
It's like
room.
big. It's
energy.
like it's like gaudy big.
Yeah.
It's like that's
He
that's
keeps
a
it on while
large
he's in the red
cross
room.
necklace.
Okay, this is the last one.
Never takes it off.
Matthew Gray Goobler.
Oh, he has a puka shell. I love him.
I'm gonna say cross. Actually,
I think
No,
I'll say
you're
cross
so
too.
wrong.
No, I'm saying cross.
Oh my
say
gosh, you guys
cross.
are insane.
I'm saying cross
You guys
necklace.
are
I'm gonna
insane.
say a dainty silver
cross necklace is not bad. Cross necklace is.
I didn't say it was bad, but we can't like keep changing the size of this necklace.
I think you
because
can.
Okay, sorry. But I still stand by cross.
Okay.
He's a puka shell. He's so puka.
He's so puka.
Did you come up with that randomly?
No,
in your brain there?
I heard it on another podcast where they
That's
didn't go
funny.
through guys, but they said like it's a thing, and I was like, I think that's a good segment. So
That's hilarious.
I'll
was
send these
so
pictures to you,
fascinating.
and we can put them on our story too, and see what people
Yeah,
think.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, send it.
Can people agree with
I
me
love that.
on a couple of these that we did?
I mean, I think we did
wrong.
80%.
No, because you're wrong and I'm right.
that was
Wow.
so interesting. I actually loved that.
Yeah, that was Casey. Really is always like, okay, and then by the end she's like, that was the best thing I've ever done.
So funny. That's just like Casey. No, that's how she felt about. That's how she felt about me too. It's just not like, who is this girl? And then like, okay, yeah.
At the end, just like instant.
It's like, yeah, this is
instant
good.
loving whatever it is. That's funny.
Yeah.
Called out. That's so true.
Casey Tutti. She's like, I'm gonna sleep so happy now knowing we just did puka shell and puka shell cross necklace.
What do you think each of us
Oh,
are?
gosh.
What are each of us? I know we're not guys, but
I'm a cross necklace.
you're a cross necklace.
Mare, I think you're a puka.
You're a puka.
I'm a puka shell, and
Mary.
Kiera, I think you used to be a puka shell, but now you're
Old
a cross
Kiara
necklace.
was a puka, but now she's a
Now you're cross
I would agree.
necklace. Yes.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I transitioned.
I transitioned.
Cross.
On that note,
Crossy cross.
it's time to go.
On that note, thank you guys for listening. If you've made it this
Yes.
far,
Yeah.
please review us. Whoa.
Review
that was-
us.
I said that really
Review
weird,
us.
but you know what I mean.
Oh, and
review
don't
us,
forget to
please.
email us. We'll
email
shout you out on
us.
here.
You guys,
We're going to roast you. So if you want to live roast.
Yeah. If you want us to tell you if you're
just make
puka
sure you
shell or
spell
cross,
everything right. Make sure you spell
Yeah.
everything right.
email us at itsbeenforeverpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Follow us on the Instagram. It's
Rate
Been Forever
us, review.
Podcast.
And subscribe.
Literally. Please do all of them.
Yeah.
We're desperate.
Rate us 1 star. I dare you. See what happens.
Do it.
See what happens.
Actually, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Don't all of you
Don't.
do it? Maybe
Maybe just one.
because that wouldn't be good for the ratings.
Actually, rate us
No.
5 stars, please.
But also the ratings don't matter because it doesn't matter because whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Well, we love you all.
Okay.
But anyways,
We
we
love
love,
you
you. We'll see you
guys.
next week.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.